Hi there, welcome to Simple Plant-Based Food. And today we're going to be making my flavorful and crispy rice paper dumplings. These dumplings are made with rice paper, making it an easier and lower calorie meal. Plus they're packed with so much flavor and nutrients. I'll talk more about the nutrition throughout the video. The ingredients we will need will be 2 sprigs of green onion, 1 pack of extra firm tofu. For the spices, I have half a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Here I have 2 cloves of garlic, 1½ tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of olive oil, 1 large carrot, and about 200 grams of green cabbage. You will also need rice paper. You can use smaller ones. Here I am using larger ones just because then I don't have to roll out as many dumplings. And optionally for a dipping sauce, I like doing 1 tablespoon of soy sauce along with a teaspoon of rice vinegar. To start, we're going to prepare the cabbage. Here I have 200 grams and I'm just going to take my mandolin and shred this into small pieces. You can also chop it using a knife. I just feel like this way is way easier, especially because all the pieces will then be the same size. Cabbage is a really good source of vitamin C and vitamin K. Plus, it is super low in calories, making it a great add-on to low-calorie meals. And you're pretty much just going to shred all of this and set aside the cabbage when it's done so we can prepare the rest of our ingredients. Now for my carrot, I'm just going to start by slicing the skin on the outside. Carrots are an excellent source of beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is crucial for healthy vision, immune function, and cell growth. And I'm just going to cut my carrot into 4 strips, so it's easier to shred using the mandolin. You could also peel your carrots using a peeler into skinny pieces. I just like doing larger pieces like this using the mandolin because when they cook a little bit, I don't want the carrot getting soggy. You still want a nice crunch. Once you're done shredding all of the carrot, you can set that aside and we're going to prepare the spring onion. I'm just going to start by cutting off the ends and then I'm going to slice these into thin pieces. Similarly to cabbage and carrots, spring onions are a good source of vitamin C, A, and K. Vitamin K is especially important in maintaining bone health. A study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that patients with osteoporosis that were supplemented vitamin K had a lower risk of fractures and it helped them maintain a healthy bone density. Now using a garlic press, I'm going to add in 2 cloves of garlic as well. If you're enjoying this recipe, then please make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified anytime I post a new video. Now let's get back to the recipe. And to all the vegetables, we're just going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. And you're going to mix this in well so all the vegetables are coated. Lastly to this, we're going to add 1 pack of extra firm tofu. I like crumbling mine into small pieces. Tofu is known for being high in protein, but it also contains all 9 essential amino acids and other nutrients like calcium, iron, and magnesium. Once all the tofu is crumbled, mix it in well, and we're going to take this over to the stove. When your pan is warmed up, you can add in the mix. And you're going to let the mix cook for about 5 minutes so the cabbage and carrots can soften up. After a few minutes, you can add in your seasonings from earlier. And 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce as well. And I'm going to cook the mix for a few more minutes so the tofu can get some color. Now you can turn off the heat and we're going to start wrapping these. So I'm going to start by taking a piece of rice paper and dipping that in cold water. You're going to hold that in the water for about 15 to 20 seconds. or following the instructions on the packaging. And when it's done, I like to smooth it out a bit. I'm going to take about 2 scoops of the filling and add that into the middle of the rice paper. Then you can slowly take each end and fold it over into a square or rectangle kind of shape. Be careful though, because they do rip easily. Just like that, this one is ready. So now we can prepare the rest of them the same way. Again, we're going to add about 2 scoops of the filling in the middle, and then you're just going to fold over all of the sides. This process is super simple, especially if you're using the larger rice paper, because you won't have to make as many. Now that these are ready, I'm just going to brush on some olive oil. If you're gonna pan fry yours, this step is not necessary. I just like doing this because I like to air fry mine. It'll help them get nice and crispy. And you're going to do the same thing on the back side as well. Now I'm gonna pop these in the air fryer for 15 to 20 minutes or until crispy. In the meantime, we can prepare the dipping sauce. Here I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar into 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. So the rice paper dumplings have just finished, and as you can see, they are nice and crispy, which means they're ready to serve. This recipe makes 10 large dumplings or 2 servings. Each serving has 415 calories, 4 grams of fiber, and 25 grams of protein. In the chart up here, I have the daily values, percentage-wise, of all the vitamins and minerals present. I'll just zoom in on it so you can see it a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching, and follow for more simple plant-based recipes.